This is Turner's Travels coming from Venice, my last video on this epic journey which started in Turkey, Greece, Albania, Sicilia, Sicily, and right up to the northern part of this beautiful country. So this is Venice. This is the canal that Sean Connery was featured in, the closing scenes from Russia with Love, when he was with that woman on the gondola, throwing the film in the air and carrying on with his canoodling. The Venetians obviously built Venice. It was a separate state in the Middle Ages, and what human spirit they showed. Who would think that they would not walk away from water but build an exquisite, expensive city of marble in a lagoon? And that encouraged them to be maritime sailors. And Francis Drake, my hero, he came into contact with Felipe Corsini when Corsini's ship was impounded by so-called English piratical behaviour, that Drake had to help him restore his ship and his property. And then the Venetian ambassador said that Sir Francis Drake landed his men in Martino Cove in Cape Verde when he captured Santiago. So Drake had connections with Venice. It's a super popular destination. There's more tourists here than ever before. There weren't so many here in 1978 when I was here. It's a unique setting. Amsterdam is fairly impressive with its canals, but this environment is overwhelmingly attractive. Cruise ships coming, which is much to the chagrin of a lot of people, but they're anchoring far out of the way. I counted 7 yesterday. That means 7,000 tourists here from ships. In the height of the summer, there's about 2.5 times more visitors than there are to the amount of people living here. And the trouble with the people that are living here, they tell me, they're living in an outdoor museum. And that means there's not a lot of jobs and prices are very expensive. I didn't have a gondola ride for 30 euros. I spent that 30 euros on having boat fares paid for 48 hours. And that meant that I could travel the Grand Canal for 3.5 kilometers and go out to St. George's Island for beautiful pictures using the light. I've been walking along these narrow alleyways, which the camera can pan and show you. So this is a unique world site. But despite Venice surviving 1,200 years of war, plague, invasion, the greatest threat is now. It's rising sea levels. In 1966 there was a flood that inundated 16,000 homes. World governments helped bail out the problem, and they are helping with the Project Moses. They're building barriers at the lagoon entrances. The tide is expected to rise 14 to 80 centimeters by 2100. And if we have a tidal rise of 80 centimeters, there's going to be daily floodings twice a day. So that's the problem that Venice faces. To finish the video on a humorous note, if you want a job with high street credibility, rarity, status, try and apply to be a car park attendant in Old Venice. Ciao for now, grazie mille, merci mille fois, monsieur.